Hi, I've decided to update my mask video because I've acquired a few more of them, and I've shown some of these before, but I'm going to show them again. This one's called The Undertaker. It's from the Horror Dome. It's a pretty cool mask, although I redid the eyes because I didn't like the way they did them. They were sort of not as realistic looking, and I fixed the teeth up a little, and even the face needed a little dab of white here and there on it. This is a Jon Fuller mask. I got this on eBay for, I think he was selling them himself, and from his Monster Asylum company. It's just a great paint job. You know, the mask is sort of thin, it's on the cheap side, but it just looks great. This is a fly, as you can see. It says Spectre Studios on it, but after looking in the net a little bit, I think it was originally Full Moon Studios. And you know, it's a pretty realistic looking. It's one of the more natural looking ones. This one is called the Flesh Eater. You've probably seen this one. I've seen it for as much as like $50, maybe even a little more. But I got this one for 29 bucks. I forget what website that was. But I think for the money, it's painted very well. I think it's got a lot of cool detail. Pretty nasty looking. This next one is called Fang. This is a Toxic Toon character. Eric Piggers is a cartoon artist, and he did the drawing, and Justin Mabry did the sculpt, and you can see it's a whimsical kind of a piece. It's not, you know, necessarily supposed to scare the bejesus out of you or anything. This last one's called Thanatoid. Well, actually, it's not the last one, but Thanatoid, and it's done by Bill Malone, was a sculptor. He used to work for Don Post Studios, and it's, again, not such a bad mask for the money. And then out of this set of masks, got one more to show you. This was done by David Lady. I don't know if you recognize the name. He's the one who does those creepy, cheapy mask videos, and Mask Fanatic. He sculpted this one, and I just thought it was a good party mask. I think it's pretty cool. And that's it for this set. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I got a few more for you here. We'll start with this one on the end. This is the Hideous Sun Demon. I got this on eBay. The person who made it and painted it says that supposedly it's made from one of the original masks that was used in the movie. I guess as a distant shot or something, because I don't know if the up-close character was wearing a mask. He probably had makeup, but at any rate, he did a pretty good job. I think he did a very good job, actually. The eyes are like acrylic. And sorry I don't remember his name, but You might be able to find it on eBay. This next one is by Dark Side Studios. Paul Daniels painted it. I believe that Jon Fuller did the original sculpt, and it was painted flesh colored and called the Grave Digger. Paul Daniels painted it as a clown. I asked him to do the eyes a little different. I wanted them a little more realistic, which he did. And he did a cool job with that. And all right, and moving on. This is from Midnight Studios FX. It's a very large mask. I don't know the name of the people that work there or who may have sculpted it. This was called Ninja. They have a new version of this mask now. I don't see this one on the website anymore. This was originally shown in their catalog as brown with red eyes, and I asked them to make it gray and give them these light steely blue acrylic eyes. It's foam backed. It's not foam filled. You can wear it, but it's backed with foam to give it some rigidity. It's so huge. And again, very well done. It's one of the most expensive masks that I have. They're not cheap over there, but they make a good mask. Moving right along. This is also a mask I got on eBay. It's a Jon Fuller sculpt. I do notice that on Midnight Studios FX they have pretty much the same exact mask with a different paint scheme. I don't know what the deal is there, if they, you know, got it from Jon Fuller, I guess. But this is very cool too. The eyes are done really well. It's a very heavy rubber mask, and the teeth are acrylic. They're not rubber. Okay. The next couple masks are from Rubber Gorilla. That's in the UK. Neil Harvey is the person who sculpts these masks and paints them. And this is a steampunk version of a plague doctor's mask. He also does a very good paint job. And it comes out looking almost exactly or exactly as shown in his catalog, which, you know, the cheaper masks don't always do that. Sometimes they show you the one that's done by the original artist and it looks great, and then you get a copy of it, which doesn't always look that great. This is a creepy mask. I like this, but I'll show you one that I think is even creepier. This one's also by Rubber Gorilla. Dark Jester. Let me get that whole thing in there. And again, like I said, it's Neil Harvey. Does a really good job. I thought this was particularly creepy looking, which is one of the reasons I like it. Some bells on the end there. And the last two of this set. This one is called Hellington. There's only 25 of them made. Originally from Twisted Toy Box. Felix LaFlame is the artist who drew the illustration of this mask, and Chris Russell sculpted it and painted it. And again, I actually found this one on eBay at a good price. Sorry about the lighting, it may not be that great over here, but it's a pretty unique mask. And then the last one of this set is called Crater Face. It was made by somebody also on the web. He doesn't have a website. Well, he may have a website, but Jason King is his name, who made this. This also comes in white. This is the black version. Pretty creepy too. And that's about it for this bunch. So, moving right along. Alright, so these are my masks that I got from Death Studios, which you can get online. A couple of them I've shown before in other videos that I've done, but including them here anyway. This one's called The Undertaker. It's sculpted by Jeremy Bohr and painted by Jeff Death. As I've mentioned before, Jeff's name is actually Jeff Kime. Jeff Death is his artist's name. Everything's painted very well, which to me is one of the more important parts of a good mask, is the paint job. Alright, this next one is called Vampire. This is the alternate version. It also comes in blue. Also very well painted. This one is sculpted by John Smith, and they're all painted by Jeff Death, so alright. This next one is called Under Wraps. It was sculpted by Jeff himself and painted by him. I don't see it on in his catalog anymore, so I don't know if you can get it or not. The one that was in his catalog was very green looking, and I asked him to paint this as more natural color, so it looked like mummified skin, and he did, and I think he did a very good job. A lot of detail on this mask. This one is called Sardonicus, and it's sculpted also by John Smith. I think you can still get this. I think I saw it in his catalog. So this one I believe is still available. Also painted very well. Okay, this one is Franken-Zombie. I think this is a really cool mask. This is also sculpted by John Smith. This is actually available in a couple different sizes. Believe it or not, this is the small size. And you can get it with more hair or bald. Also, it comes in green. It's green skin. As you can see, this one's gray. And I think it's a very cool mask. I love this thing. And I've got one more to show you from Death Studios. And that would be this one. This one's called the Reaper. This was sculpted by Jeff Death also. And I asked him to paint this on the brown side so it looks a little old, so it looks aged. Which he did. There's a lot of skull masks on the market. I thought this was one of the best ones. It's fairly anatomically correct and just done really well. But at any rate, that's about it for now. Thanks for watching. If I get any more masks, perhaps I'll make another video. Until then, take care.